The most dangerous person in your life isn't the one who yells at you, it's the one who smiles, while quietly rearranging your sense of reality. If you often feel confused after talking to someone, if you walk away feeling guilty but can't explain why, if you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells just to keep the peace, pause right there. This isn't you being sensitive, and it's not a communication problem. From a psychological standpoint, these are classic signs of covert manipulation. You're not in a loud argument, you're in something more subtle, something more dangerous, a psychological crime scene. And the scariest part? Victims almost never realize they're the victim while it's happening. Manipulators don't use fists, they use confusion. They don't break bones, they break certainty about yourself, your memory, and your instincts. Today, I want to walk you through 7 subtle signs someone is quietly pulling your strings, and exactly why these tactics work on the human brain. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. Sign number 1, the "I was just joking" trap. This is usually the first test. They say something sharp, humiliating, a comment that lands just a little too deep. And the moment you react, hurt, uncomfortable, offended, they retreat instantly. Relax, I was just joking. Wow, you're really sensitive. Here's what's actually happening psychologically. This isn't humor, it's boundary testing. They're checking whether disrespect will be tolerated if it's wrapped in a joke. If you back down, apologize, or second-guess yourself, you've just taught them something very important, that your boundaries are negotiable, and from there, the behavior escalates. Sign number 2, the double bind. Healthy relationships give you options. Manipulative ones give you traps. A double bind is a no-win situation designed to slowly shut down your ability to act. If you ask for affection, you're needy. If you give space, you're cold. If you speak up, you're dramatic. If you stay quiet, you're emotionally distant. No matter what you do, you're wrong. Over time, your brain learns something dangerous. Nothing I do works. That's called learned helplessness. And once someone stops trusting their own decisions, they become incredibly easy to control. Sign number 3, weaponized kindness. This one confuses a lot of smart people. They do something generous, a favor you didn't ask for, a gift you weren't expecting, a grand gesture that feels almost performative. At first, it looks like love. But later, usually when you try to set a boundary, that kindness comes back like a receipt. After everything I've done for you? After all I sacrificed? This isn't generosity, it's leverage. Real kindness is freely given. Anything that gets used against you later was never a gift, it was a transaction. Sign number 4, the invisible competitor. In secure relationships, you feel chosen. In manipulative ones, you feel like you're auditioning. They casually mention how much attention they get from others, how their ex never complained about the things you do, how someone else just gets them. This creates a third presence in the relationship, even if that person doesn't really exist. Psychologically, this works because anxiety creates attachment. When you feel replaceable, you work harder for validation. You tolerate more, you shrink yourself, and that's exactly the point. Sign number 5, moving goalposts. No matter how much effort you put in, it's never quite enough. You fix one issue, another appears. You meet one expectation, it quietly changes. If you improve, the standards rise. If you struggle, the criticism sharpens. This constant dissatisfaction isn't accidental. Confidence makes people independent, and independent people are hard to control. So instead, you're kept busy chasing approval you never quite reach. Exhausted, self-doubting, always trying. Sign number 6, the role reversal. You catch them lying. You have proof. You bring it up calmly. And somehow, by the end of the conversation, you're the one apologizing. They deny the behavior, attack your character, then flip the script so they are the victim and you are the offender. This tactic is so effective that many people don't even realize it happened until hours later. If you've ever found yourself comforting the person who hurt you, that's not empathy. That's manipulation working perfectly. Sign number 7, the emotional slot machine. This is what keeps people stuck, because if they were cruel all the time, you'd leave. So instead, they're kind occasionally. Warm one day, cold the next. Just enough affection to give you hope. Just enough withdrawal to keep you chasing it. Your brain isn't addicted to them. It's addicted to the unpredictable reward cycle. The highs feel amazing because they follow emotional deprivation. And over time, you confuse relief with love. If any of this hit uncomfortably close, take a breath. You're not weak. You're not broken. And you're definitely not imagining things. You were just playing a game you didn't know you were in. But now, you see the rules. And here's the hard truth psychology teaches us. You don't win against a manipulator by explaining, fixing, or loving harder. You win by refusing to play. If you're ready to cut the strings and take your power back, drop A in the comments. And if you want to learn how to spot a liar instantly before they ever get close, make sure you're subscribed. You deserve clarity.